Hi guys, Steph here. Another lovely pen for you today, and none of you people recognise it. What we've got is a gorgeous Eversharp Skyline fountain pen, or some people called it, or they used to call it, the Skyline fountain pen. Now recently I showed you an Eversharp Skyline in a lovely modern grey. I gave you a little bit of history, so if you're interested in that, go and have a look at that video. But this one, because these pens came in numerous different colours, different patterns, different trim, etc. So it's more than worthy for a video review. And also it's in absolutely gorgeous condition. It came to me in pretty good condition. I've just simply cleaned it, given it a full service internally, and it's an absolutely beautiful example. I don't know if you can actually see, this one is actually in this lovely chocolate brown, or I've actually read somewhere they called it the presentation brown, and it comes with this gold filled cap. Now the cap has these engraved lines, if you like, running around the cap. Again, I believe they actually made a pen where the lines actually ran along the cap as well, but this one, you can see the engraved lines are actually, they go around the cap. To the top there you can see, well, to the very top they've got this, what they term as a derby, and this also is in brown, matching the fountain pen as well. And you can see the clip comes round in this beautiful design. Let's give you a sideways view, and if you look on the clip there, you can see, I'm just trying to get a good position for you. It's got Eversharp written on the clip, and to the very top there, it's got these sort of two ticks, if you like, for tick for excellence, if you like, from the Eversharp company. And if we go right to the top of the cap, I don't know if it'll be actually viewable, but what we've got to the very top is, it actually says Eversharp Skyline, and then the pat, and then if I just turn it around slightly, you should see it says made in USA. I'm hoping you can actually read that. Now if I go to the bottom of the cap there, and again keep it nice and still, you'll see that it actually says 1 in 10 14 karat, and it's got YGR. Now whether that's excuse me, whether that sort of stands for yellow gold rolled, I don't know, but I was under the impression these are actually gold filled. So if anybody's actually got any comment on that, you can actually leave me a comment. But either way, an absolutely stunning pen. You can see it's a lever fill, you can see it's got this tapered barrel, and the size of the pen from the top of the cap to the bottom of the barrel, around about 133 millimeters capped. Around the sort of broadest section of the barrel here, it's around about 11 millimeters in diameter. As I say, all in all, beautiful pen. These pens, the Eversharp Skylines, they started, I believe, around about 1941. They went through to approximately 1948. Now because I've actually had this pen apart and I've seen the insides, this is a slightly later version. So I'm dating this pen from around about, I don't know, 1943 through to 1948. The reason, well, I'll give you the reason in a moment. So let's unscrew the cap first of all. Let's show you a couple of little different views. Give it a little bit of a twirl so you can see the different angles. As I said, it's been fully serviced, fully cleaned, and I've given it a polish in absolutely gorgeous condition. Now if I show you the barrel here, you see the barrel has got a slight step where the cap sits against the barrel here. So it's got a little step to the barrel here. You can see the threads, and we can see the section there. It's got a slightly tapered section with this little lip to the top near the nib. Let's show you the nib. Let's keep it nice and still for you, and I'm hoping you can actually read it. The nib actually reads Eversharp 14 karat and then to the bottom it's got made in USA. Let's give you a sideways view on that, and then if we turn it over, show you the sort of the feed underneath. You can see it's got this standard Eversharp feed to the back there. I'm just coming back to sort of dating the pen, because I've had the pen apart. To the back end of the feed on these pens, there's actually a feeder, a breather tube. Now the earlier breather tubes were quite short and they had a slight curve to them. The later ones, as in this particular model, it's got a long breather tube, so that's why I'm dating this pen slightly later. Now, as I said, we've fully restored it, fully serviced it, so I'm sure you people, well, to be honest with you, it'd be interesting to see how it writes. So let's dip the nib into the ink. Let's get hold of the lever. There we go. I was looking into the ink there, I could see lots of bubbling going on, so everything looks good. So let's give the pen a little bit of a wipe. Let's bring on a little bit of paper. Okay, and let's see how the pen writes. So what we have is it's an Eversharp, and it's what they term as the Skyliner. Again, we're dating the pen from 1943 through to, I don't know, 1948, let's say. And if I apply a little bit of pressure, yes, we're getting a little bit of variation in line. But as I'm writing, it's actually a nice writer. Lovely and smooth, and as I say, on the downward stroke I can get quite a broad line. So there we go, look at that, on the downward stroke a broad line, on the cross stroke. So yeah, I would say what we've got is a lovely flexi nib. So let's show you. There we go. So as you can see, we're getting quite a nice little variation in the line. So the nib on this one is a little bit on the flex side. A lovely writer, very nice writer, and as you can see, a nice bit of variation in the line as well. So let's pop that to one side. Let's screw the cap back on, and let's keep it at that. So what we've got for you there is an absolutely gorgeous, if you like, a chocolate brown, or as they sort of, I've read somewhere, presentation brown, Skyline Eversharp fountain pen with this gold filled cap and matching brown sort of derby to the end of the cap there. All in all, in beautiful condition, and a gorgeous writer as well. So there we go. Hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoyed showing them to you. Don't forget, leave a comment down below. But for now, I'm just going to say ta-ta now.